Alright, so I feel like I've had some time with each of these headphones that we have in stock for the new Xbox Series X and S, and I wanted to run through what I like and don't like and which headset I end up reaching for most often. And there are pros and cons to each headset in this lineup, so bear in mind that just because I picked something over another headset doesn't mean it's the best choice for you. If you need Bluetooth connectivity or want the best sound or just want the most competitive sound, those are things you're going to want to take into consideration for yourself, and I will try to highlight those in the different pros and cons for each headset. So without further ado, let's check them out. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. I'm Jordan with 9 to 5 Toys, and these are all wireless headsets for the Xbox S and X, but they also work with the older Xbox One as well. But in case you weren't aware, the controllers do have a 3.5mm jack on it, so really you can use any gaming headset that has a wire if you really want to. But there's no denying that the convenience of wireless is something that's really nice when you're playing a console. So let's quickly introduce all of the different headsets, and then we'll run through individual thoughts on what we like and don't like on each headset, and then finally we'll wrap up with the one that I reach for most often. So going from left to right, first we have the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2, which comes in at $100. Then we have the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2, which comes in at $150. We have the Razer Kaira Pro, which comes in at $150. We have the SteelSeries Arctis 7X, which comes in at $150. We have the SteelSeries Arctis 9X, which comes in at $200. And then finally, sitting on my water bottle because we ran out of headphone stands, is the Audeze Penrose X, which comes in at $300. Alright, so first off, let's start with the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2. While it is the cheapest of the bunch at $100, there are still a lot of great features with the Stealth 600 Gen 2. Superhuman hearing mode and a flip-up microphone are great, and the overall sound is pretty powerful. After not using the headset for a while, I was impressed when I listened to it again. It's also easy to swap through EQ modes, and I do think this is a great option for those looking for good competitive sound at an affordable price, with a ton of other features. And a quick list of the pros here: I like the big sound, the easy to change EQ, superhuman hearing is great, and it's the most affordable in the lineup. And some things that I don't like are that it feels like the cheapest headphones, significant clamping force, not as comfortable as some of the other contenders, and a shorter battery life at just 15 hours. And while the microphone does flip up easily out of the way, it's not the best sounding microphone in the lineup either. Alright, this is going to be quick, so next let's take a look at the Stealth 700 Gen 2. Again, this is just some quick thoughts in my time using it. We do have full reviews of most of these headsets. If you want to learn more about them, I'll link those down in the description and try to put the card up here as well. So be sure to check those out if you want some more information on any individual headset. Moving up to the $150 price bracket, the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2 is a nice upgrade over the 600. With the addition of Bluetooth, the Stealth 700 Gen 2 is much more versatile and can be customized via the mobile app when connected with Bluetooth. It's also much more comfortable than the Stealth 600 Gen 2 thanks to those AeroFit cooling gel-infused ear cushions. And once again, superhuman hearing mode is absolutely great on these Turtle Beach headsets. I definitely think of these different headsets, the ones with superhuman hearing definitely are going to be the ones you want to look at if you are a very competitive player and want to make sure you're getting, the most crucial sound out of your headset. It does take away a lot of the immersion of different games, playing Destiny 2. I like having a full spectrum sound to it because of all the different soundscapes in there. But if you are a very competitive player and you want the most out of your headset, then you might want to look at these Turtle Beach headsets. So for things we like, it is much more comfortable than the Stealth 600 Gen 2. The Bluetooth connectivity is a great bonus. Superhuman hearing mode is great for competitive play. And the 700 Gen 2 also has 20 hours of battery life. For dislikes, while I like the flip-up quick mute design of the microphone, I don't think the Stealth line sounds the best just because it can't get as close to your mouth as some of the other options. And once again, check out the full review of the 700 Gen 2 if you want to learn more about that. So next, let's move on to the Kaira Pro from Razer, which is the only headset I don't have a dedicated review of yet, just because this was the latest one to come in, and I really wanted to get this, comparison video out. Coming in at $150, the Razer Kaira Pro is designed for both gaming on the new Series X and S, and also mobile gaming. The Kaira Pro features Bluetooth 5 connectivity for mobile gaming as well as Xbox gaming. And obviously this enables you to take calls, listen to music, or talk to teammates on Discord while you are playing Xbox. The Kaira Pro has a dedicated Razer headset setup for Xbox app that enables audio and visual customization through your Xbox. In this app, you can make a bunch of different EQ tweaks, but you can also tweak the microphone settings, and this is the only headset that allows that kind of control. The Kaira Pro also has the Triforce drivers, which are the same that are found on the Black Shark V2 line, and those have gotten great reviews. It's one of my favorite wireless headsets for PC, so the audio quality on the Razer Kaira Pro is very good. For things we like about the Kaira Pro, with that Bluetooth connectivity, it's also geared for mobile gaming, so if that's something you find yourself doing, this is something you'll want to check out. For dislikes, the Kaira Pro does feel cheaper than the other competitors in this price point. It feels more like the build quality on the Stealth 600 Gen 2, and it's not quite as comfortable as the other headsets at this price point. Alright, and moving on, we have the last headset in the $150 price bracket, which is the SteelSeries Arctis 7X. We just did a full review of this, so once again, go check that out if you want to learn more about it. The follow-up to the Arctis 9X, the 7X takes a lot of the same design and audio features from the more expensive 9X and brings them to more platforms with a wireless adapter that can also be enabled to work with a PC, Android device, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and while it lacks the Bluetooth connectivity of the bigger brother 9X, the 7X is more versatile with these different connection options. Be sure to check out the dedicated review if you want to learn more about the 7X, but here are what we like about it. Just like the 9X, the 7X is extremely comfortable. I think these are the most comfortable headsets of the bunch. I like how universal it is as well, and while EQ is not as easy to adjust as the 9X, the customizable audio through the SteelSeries Engine 3 app is really beneficial. And the battery life is up to 24 hours. For dislikes, it lacks the Bluetooth connectivity of the other headsets at this price point, and you have to plug it into a PC and use SteelSeries Engine 3 to adjust the EQ. The wireless adapter also isn't the most attractive. It's this cable with this adapter that would work well for plugging into an Android device. It would probably sit flush on the bottom, but for a Xbox, it's not the most clean setup. Alright, so moving on to the Arctis 9X, which was my favorite from the previous generation. This one still comes in at $200. Just like the 7X, this is an extremely comfortable headset with these really soft ear cushions and has the retractable microphone that's always attached but easy to get out of the way. Many users have reported connection issues with the 9X, and I've experienced some as well, but it was never enough to make me stop using the headset. Quick adjustable EQ makes it easy to dial in the sound to your playstyle, and Bluetooth connectivity makes it possible to listen to music, take calls, talk on Discord, all while gaming on Xbox. For likes, the 9X is extremely comfortable and the EQ is very easy to change, and Bluetooth 4.1 is a great bonus. For dislikes, lots of people on the older generation consoles had issues with the 9X with connection, and there are still some weird issues on the Series X as well. For example, if you have the headset on and connected and you power off the console by itself, the headset will try to power back on the console, and then sometimes have issues with reconnecting and syncing other devices because of that, and so you have to unplug the console and plug it back in, and so it's not the most seamless headset. It's also out of date with Bluetooth, using Bluetooth 4.1. Alright, and finally we have the most expensive of the bunch, the Audeze Penrose X, which comes in at $300. Just like the 7X, it does have a wireless adapter which enables the Penrose X to be used on many different devices. Because the Penrose also has Bluetooth connection, this is actually the most versatile headset. This means you can play it on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Switch, Android, and with the Bluetooth connectivity as well, you can also use it on mobile devices like iOS. The $300 Audeze Penrose X also brings premium audio to the console with their massive 100mm planar magnetic drivers, and they sound very, very good. But the rest of the experience isn't quite as premium. The microphone is unimpressive and the app experience is a little clunky, but with these soft ear cushions and some padding across the top, I found it to be plenty comfortable. So for things we like, it does have the best sound quality, so great for listening to music as well with a 3.5mm input. It has the most connectivity with the wireless adapter and Bluetooth 5.0, and the planar magnetic drivers are just insane. For dislikes, it is kind of glitchy, the app isn't the smoothest, and the microphone is pretty unimpressive for the price point. So overall, wrapping up here, which is the best gaming headset for the Xbox Series X and S? Well, I'm going to limit this to, which one I find myself pulling off the wall the most, because I do think each headset has its own pros and cons, which you need to weigh for yourself. But for me, I'm not the most competitive gamer, and so, I want a very enjoyable user experience and a very comfortable headset. So I am going with the SteelSeries Arctis 7X. It sounds great, has a great battery life, and it feels like wearing a pair of slippers on your head. Has a rock-solid connection, and at $150, it isn't the most expensive of the bunch either. It's a bummer that adjusting the EQ isn't as easy as some of the other headsets, like the Stealth 700 Gen 2, but when you do get a sound that you like dialed in, then you can just kind of set it and forget it, and all the controls are easy to find. The microphone is always attached but still retractable, and you can get it to a good position in front of your mouth for clear communication. Of course, the wireless adapter isn't very attractive, but you can kind of coil it up like this and just plug it in the back behind your console so it doesn't stand out as much if that is an issue. But for me personally, having good sound in a very comfortable headset that has a good sounding microphone and a long battery life, that makes the SteelSeries Arctis 7X my #1 choice. Alright, and that'll wrap it up for our comparison of these different Xbox Series X and S headsets. Hope you found some of this to be useful. Let us know what your favorite headset is or different thoughts and questions on the different headsets down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.